There's going to be many hands. Abdulaziz, would you like to raise a question from? Yeah. Introduce yourself, because not everyone may know you.
My name is Abdal'Aziz from Saudi Arabia. I'm the chairman of the Gulf Research Center. And I had the pleasure of moderating the Syrian opposition meeting 2015 and 2017, so I'm quite familiar with that. I have two questions, one for Minister Haqqan Faydan, whom I have a high respect for. In the region, we understand and we appreciate a lot what Syria have done for the Syrian refugee. And we understand your national security interest, that you do not wish to see Kurdistan in Syria, another Kurdistan in Syria that will represent a threat and launch any attack against the Turkish territory. But at the same time, what we are watching is three things. One, you bombarded...
That's not a question, that's a PhD thesis now.
Well,
okay.
No, well, it's because it has a certain issues anyhow. So it's... to
your point, yeah.
The key point is you have dumped a lot of goods in the Syrian market, having the advantage of the custom-free. The question is, we understand your interest as an economic interest, but we do not wish to lose Syria toward Turkey as we have lost Iraq toward Iran. We do not wish to see surrendering Syrian political decision toward Turkey. Now, for Minister Sheibani, I have a question. Israel have benefited from what happened in four areas. One, they extended their territory in Golan. They demilitarized Syria completely. And they stopped the supply line for Hezbollah and Hamas and get rid of the Iranian out of Syria. How are you going to deal with all this Israeli agenda in Syria? Thank you, ma'am.
Now, if Prince Faisal had been on this panel, he would have pointed out that Ahmed al-Shara, not only did he make his first visit to Saudi Arabia, he also said that he wants the kingdom to play a very big role. So maybe the Turks will say, well, what about what's Saudi Arabia going to do? You want to? Then I'll take more questions.
Shortly, I can say that the fact that we've supported the Syrian opposition for 14 years, right from the beginning, doesn't mean that we will have a say over their sovereignty. You know, this is something that we are specifically avoiding. We don't want even the impression of that. As a matter of fact, what you have just pointed out, dear brother, is a big problem in our region, which is the culture of domination. Because for a long time in our region, there has been this fear and concern who is going to dominate the region, the Turks, the Iranians, or the Arabs. I think we have to leave this behind. We have to introduce the culture of cooperation, respect, and solidarity, and committing each other's sovereignty. I think it is kneel down now, and I think we can do this. And within this spirit, we are establishing our cooperation with our brothers in Syria. I mean, even they were opposition movement, and brothers and sisters. She's right. She's right. She's right. You know, you can ask them, even when they were opposition, you know, we didn't have such an attitude, because we have drawn important lessons from what had happened in our region.
Okay, good. We like this kind of dialogue. Minister Sheibani. We're worried about Israel and what's happening with they're moving into the buffer zone in the Golan Heights.
As you know, that the Israeli issue at the southern of Syria now, they are destabilizing the situation there, and also after the overthrowing the threats of Syria was regarding militias and Assad regime and all of this issue, we were surprised by these actions. And for that issue, we talked with the international community, and we talked also with the Ndov that we are ready to go with the agreements of 1974 to guarantee the security of UN forces there to keep peace. And we all the time say that Syrian people, they are tired of the war and from the problems, and we need from all the world and from all the region that to give the chance for the Syrian people to live in peace and in stability.
Now, there's a lot of hands, so I'm going to try to be as democratic as possible. So I'm going to take, so the gentleman here had his hand.